I'm going to show you how to create the same UGC ads we are using to support over 600k per month in profitable spend for SaaS clients at ViralClip.io. Literally works for any SaaS company, B2B, B2C, whether you are using a demo call funnel, a free trial, self-checkout, or you have an app that needs to be downloaded. It's literally the same system. And I'm going to walk you through every single step of the process, from A to Z. I'm Sergio, co-founder of ViralClip. And after helping over 40 plus SaaS companies like Revid AI, Outrank, or Submagic scale their meta ads with UGC creatives, I'm going to teach you how to go from having nothing to create your first script and ending up with a strong UGC creative like this.
The worst part about being a reseller, I literally don't know how much my stuff is worth. I changed it using SellRaise. What it does is you just scan
to create videos that actually convert and can support a lot of ad spend. Like this one, 124k with just one creative. You can just go to ChatGPT and say, write me a script about my company, because what it gives you will be completely garbage. You can use ChatGPT, in fact you should, but only if you have the right step-by-step process. Step number 1, identify 3 to 5 avatars that fit the new Meta Andromeda update. It gives you the insights you need to go from $100 per day to several $1,000s in profitable ad spend. We need to curate our content for avatars. Each avatar has a specific problem set, and we need to position our product as the unique solution for the problems that the avatar has. And for the video, we are going to show the step-by-step process creating ads from scratch for that company, SellRaise. Create those 3 to 5 avatars. You have to do the following. Create your master brand document like this one, and we can see the website, main CTA, key brand messages, a way to summarize what your software does in just a few words, another questions like who is your ideal client, what is your unique solution, a quick demo video showing how fast your customer gets the aha moment, then top 3 competitors, keywords to use from your needs, and finally transcripts from your reviews, customer support tickets, demo calls, or another winning ads scripts. That's optional, but if you already have a lot of content about your company, you can add here all that information. It's important that after extracting the information with AI, you go through the process of writing the answer by hand. Once it's done, we have to start with the AI avatar research, where we're going to run a huge prompt using the information from the previous document to generate a list of 20 problems, 20 solutions, and our first 5 avatars along with a few initial ideas. The key is to use deep research, not just a quick response generated in a few minutes. After running it, this is a similar example of what you'll get. The 20 customer problems, the solutions, the 5 customer avatars, and much more. And then we'll get your first 3 to 5 avatars, as you can see here in an easy view mode. Avatar 1, 2, 3, and 4. Once you get the information, don't receive these avatars and think, hey, that's it. Those are my 5 avatars. Absolutely not. Use them as the launch points for your business. What matters is having a solid foundation to work from and using it to discover new winning angles to build a strong library of creatives targeting different audiences so you can scale your software with meta ads. As you can see here on the image, you can see a ton of different creatives, different people, different ICPs, and different formats. That's what you need to create in a long term. After having it, we'll start listing our keywords. Basically, it's a list of all the features your product has. A good way to find them is to sit down and write everything your software does and how it helps your customers. In that case, we have those images that easy help you understand what, in that case, SellRaise offer to their audience. And again, if you feel stuck, you can use a prompt in Cloud to get ideas so you don't have to start from zero. And this is a prompt that you can use. With the avatars in place and the callouts, we can start with the step number 2, build high comparing UGC scripts. Since in this example we are starting from scratch, we'll assume we don't have any winning concept yet. But if you already have winning ads, you should double down on those concepts, angles, and create new variations. Because always we need to spend 80% of your time on the winning concepts and just 20% of the time exploring new ideas. Select one of the avatars generated. In that case, we're going to select the avatar number 1. And now for the rest of the creation process, we need to make sure we are speaking to this avatar avatar specifically, since that's the idea we want to test. If the script is speaking to a different avatar, we are doing it wrong. We want to speak to this specific person so we can gather insights on which avatar converts best in our ads. That's it. That clear, we can move to the hooks, the most important part of the creatives. Basically is what to say on the first 3 seconds of the video. Because if we don't capture attention with what we say and how we present it visually, people won't stay to watch the rest of the video, no matter how many hours we spend working on it. And you can see here different formats, using fire to grab attention, green screen format to feel more native to the platform, or a clone style video. As the hook is the part of the video that will be consumed the most, don't be lazy. Put real effort into create the best hook ever. It doesn't matter how perfect the body of your video is, how great the case study you are showing, if no one ever gets to that part of the ad. So work on create better hooks. And this is how to find winning hooks. AI generation using cloud, manual research, browsing on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, other niches. Just borrow the first line of the viral video outside your niche and adapt it to your own software industry, or a combination of all the past resources. The easiest way to keep things simple is to take the first line from a hooks on videos that they are already working. That's it. Simple. Don't overcomplicate in that first phase. And now we're going to use a combination of all the 3 methods. We create the first text hooks using AI. You just need to give Claude the master plan document and ask it to generate a list of 20 hooks. It doesn't mean they will be the best hooks ever, but it will help you to get a sense of the direction you should be going in. So it's better than having nothing. And after running the prompt into Claude, here we identify the 3 main points we should focus our hooks on. And now that we more or less know what we need to focus on in the hooks, let's review the basic structure of the hooks in the real world. Because if not, you can see that everything is created with AI and the conversion will be very, very worse compared with a real talking, with a real sentence in the real world. So how do we adapt the AI hooks into real world hooks? And the main thing that we need to have in mind is the why we are doing that. And basically, this is because we all know that if we just take what AI gives to us without rewriting it a bit, the results of the ads will be a disaster. So we need to find the real viral videos on TikTok, YouTube, or Instagram. Let's do the example with TikTok. Go to the app, search for a term related to your business, go to filter option, select the number of likes, all the video categories, and the last 3 to 6 months. Then scroll and review the concepts that they are most viral. That's it. You got the first batch of hooks. You can also do the same process with niche keywords from other industries to see how they capture attention and replicate them, but speaking directly to your target avatar. And here the reference we are going to use to create hooks in easy mode. All 3 are viral, 2 of them niche related, and the other one is not. We have the number 1 here, the number 2, and the number 3. So let's take a look. This is the first reference.
This is what 2 weeks of worth of collecting bags looks like. Found these in Macari, thrift stores, Poshmark. Kinda went crazy. Found so many.
This is the reference number 2.
I sell used clothes on eBay, and yes, people actually buy them. Used doesn't mean worthless, and let me show you how I make it work. These are all secondhand clothing items. I clean them up.
And the reference number 3.
Pretty fucking good at social media marketing. If I had to start my Instagram from scratch, here's what I would do. Number 1 is set up my profile.
The next step is to select the ad template, adapt the hooks, and build the script using the callout. There are dozens of different formats, as you can see here on that document, but as a SaaS company with a digital product, we should launch the following structure. The live demo ad. Hook with problem, callout 1, what it does, callout 2, how it works, callout 3, callout 4, and finally the CTA. Now, we just need to put the pieces together. And after 25 minutes, here we go with the results. Let's start with the hooks. The hook number 1. In that case, this hook is a bit tricky to adapt directly word by word in a way that makes sense for what we want to sell, but we choose it because it's a great way to start an ad. It's very visual, and we want something visual to grab the attention at the beginning of the video. Now, we just need to replicate the visual and adapt it using one of the AI hooks that we generated before with the other prompts. And here is the AI hook example. The worst part about being a reseller, it was selling $200 items for $40. I had no idea. Sell rates showed me what everything was actually worth. So it's a bit robotic, right? So what we did was just adapting it to how real person speaks. In that case, the worst part about being a reseller is I literally don't know what half of my stuff is worth. Next, hook number 2. Since it's already a strong niche hook, we are just going to reuse it by adding a final part that introduces the software. In that case, it says, I sell used clothes on eBay, and yes, people actually buy them. Used doesn't mean worthless. So let me show you how to make it work. And in that case, I just need to add using this app. That's simple. And finally, hook number 3, not specific to the needs. We adapted the viral hook to fit the specific software we are using. And this is what we get. Reference-free hook, not to flex, but I'm pretty fucking good at social media marketing. If I had to restart my Instagram from scratch, here is what I would do. And this is old version. Not to flex, but I'm pretty fucking good at flipping stuff online. If I had to restart my thrift side hustle, here's what I would do. Now we have the hooks. Let's take a look about the body and CTA. You can see here the structure we follow and the callout based on all the information we gather from the AI. Callout number 1, what it does is you just scan stuff that you want to resell. Callout 2, how it works, and it tells you how much the thing is actually worth based on what others are actually paying for this. Callout 2.2, not like Google Lens, which only shows you similar products. Callout number 3, it also lists the products across all the marketplace in one click. And callout number 4, so now you can put more energy into finding profitable items instead of wasting time guessing pricing. So CTA, download SellRaise and start making money today. And the best part here is you just need to record a lot of content using the product so the video will be visual. That's it. With the script ready, the only thing left are the final steps. Finding creators to record the video and hiring an editor to edit the ad. So how do we find the UGC creators? It's very simple. You just need to go to Fiverr or TikTok, searching something like UGC creator, meal UGC creator, something like that. In my opinion, in your case, I recommend giving directly to Fiverr. Prepare a great briefing with the must you have on the video and ask for a quote. So that's what you need to say on the briefing. Send a quick explanation of the video, send the script, and a few things before the recording starts. For example, dress the way your ICP would dress, make sure they replicate the reference hook, record everything with energy, and have them record clips using the product on their phones. That means record B-rolls, and have them record clips using the product on their iPhone or laptop, so we can showcase it during editing, because the more visual we demonstrate how our SaaS works, the better. Also, they need to send the video with all the taken clips together, but without any editing, just organized in order. Then a separate video with all the product B-rolls clips and the deadline time. Once you have the briefing, don't waste time sending it to just one creator. Send it to at least 5 to 10. They are usually not very organized and can take a while to respond. So you should send the briefing and ask for a quote for the video and their delivery timeline. Then it's just about choosing the one you like best and start the production. The production phase. The production phase, from selecting the creator to receive the final videos with revision, usually takes around 7 to 10 days. So don't stress if things take a bit longer. And this is how you receive the videos, in different files. With all the raw files ready, let's move on to step number 4, finding the editor. Even though the ad style is ugly ads, the editing might not seem that important, but it actually is. The editor needs to know where to place the background music, when to add sound effects, and when to make cuts to keep the video dynamic. At the beginning, you can use Fiverr again, and once you professionalize your creative production, you can bring a full-time editor into your team. But that's it. Once everything is edited, you should have ads similar to this one.
Not to flex, but I'm pretty good at flipping stuff online. If I had to restart my thrift side hustle, here's what I do. Using the AI app for resellers. What it does is you just scan stuff that you want to resell, and it'll tell you how much the thing is actually worth, based on what others are actually paying for this. It also lists the products across all marketplaces in one click. Not like Google Lens, which only shows you similar products. So now you can put more energy into finding profitable items instead of wasting time guessing prices. Download SellRaise and start making money today.
Finally, the most important thing now is to apply the entire process. Create at least 5 different concepts with 3 hooks each, send them into production, and start testing them inside Meta Ads. Track the insights on which messages resonate the most with your audience, double down on what works, and keep testing. And now take a look of the different hooks that we created to targeting different ICPs.
This is what 2 weeks of worth of collecting bags looks like.
The worst part about being a reseller, I literally don't know how much my stuff is worth.
Not to flex, but I'm pretty fucking good at social media marketing.
Not to flex, but I'm pretty good at flipping stuff online.
I sell used clothes on eBay, and yes, people actually buy them. Used doesn't mean worthless. Let me show you how I make it work.
I sell used clothes on eBay, and yes, people actually buy them. Used doesn't mean worthless, so let me show you how I make it work.
If you want us to do it for you, fill out the application form in the description and we'll get in touch with you. I hope you enjoyed the video. See you in the next one. Bye.